folks, welcome to America 2.0. I'm Mark. Hi. This is coming to you from another story from EU Times. I'm using this a lot lately because it seems like this European Union Times website is keeping up with the events in Russia. Nobody else is. They're all keeping up with this hyped up nuke deal with Iran. So when we hear nuke, we're supposed to associate it with Iran and not the Russia shit. Go figure, folks. It's all fucked up. Anyways, folks, this is it right here. Coming to you from the European Union Times. I've heard good things, I've heard bad things about this. But one of the things that I've heard, folks, is that the details are nearly spot on if the information is a little shaky. So, one of the biggest things I want to say from this is NATO launches war games near Russian border. March 21, 2015. Despite being quick to condemn Russian military maneuvers, NATO is conducting wide-scale war games in the Baltic states, creating a line of troops across Eastern Europe. The U.S. denies a double standard, but records and transcripts suggest otherwise. Thousands of United States troops, hundreds of tanks have poured into Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania in the past 2 months as part of an Operation Atlantic Resolve, dubbed in February. 140 NATO vehicles, 1,400 troops swept through Narva, a mere 300 meters from the Russian border, ladies and gentlemen. As you connect countries, there's almost a line of U.S. troops. Defense News quoted Colonel Michael Foster, the 173rd Airborne Brigade, and March 2 as saying U.S. forces have previously held joint war games in the Baltic nations with names such as Saber Strike, Spring Storm, and Flaming Sword. When asked why the United States is condemning Russian exercises into Russia, the State Department press official Jake Rathke told RT no such statement has ever been made. While the United States has not criticized every military drill condemning the Kremlin, last August the State Department spokeswoman Jen Psaki said Russia's aviation exercises are provocative and only serve to escalate tensions. Just last week, Washington pushed Vietnam to prevent Russian aircraft from refueling there. We've urged the Vietnamese officials to ensure Russia is not able to use or access the Cam Ranh Bay to conduct activities that could raise tensions in the region, one State Department official told Reuters, on the condition of anonymity. Meanwhile, in the first 3 weeks of February, the U.S. Navy flew its latest surveillance aircraft based in the Philippines over disputed islands in the South China Sea. The P-8 Poseidon is equipped with latest sensors and electronics the U.S. Navy arsenal has. Wouldn't U.S. and NATO maneuvers on Russian borders at the time when the West and Russia are at odds over a crisis, Ukraine also raised tensions, asked AP diplomatic correspondent Matt Lee. We would disagree with that, said Rathke. Some, however, found the assertion unconvincing. It's a shocking level of hypocrisy, double standards, doublespeak. Brian Becker of the Answer Coalition, Act Now to Stop the War and End Racism, told RT. Russia's announced a massive surprise military drill earlier this week, putting forces all over the country on high alert and conducting exercises in the Baltic Sea, Black Sea, Arctic, and Far East. The ongoing snap-to-check military involves 76,000 troops, 10,000 vehicles, 65 warships, 16 support vessels, 15 submarines, 200 warplanes, and helicopters. So, there you go, folks. We've heard 40,000. This one here just said they have a total of 76,000 diverse units in operation. You ask me, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to get hot. Remember, they're dancing on Russia's border. They're waiting for someone to go gun happy. They're waiting. They are dancing with fire and whoo-wee. So NATO launches war games near the Russian border. So these guys are calling out Putin left and right. I'm sure Putin's laughing his ass off, saying, "Come on, motherfucker, let me find one of your spies across the border. Come on, motherfucker, come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me that fucking reason. Give me that fucking reason. Come on, motherfucker, come on." I'm using Putin's language, of course. I've heard he's quite the cursor.